Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the 13th of April 2017. Right, who's feeling the shift? It's been absolutely crazy. Lovely, lovely feeling when I've got up this morning. There's a clearing, I feel. This is what I was lying in bed this morning and I was like, right, there's a clearing. I had a couple of conversations first thing this morning, one of them at 6 o'clock. Yeah, there's a clearing that is bringing clarity. This is what I feel is coming in, and I do feel it will come more as we go into the weekend and into the next week as well. So I'm going to get straight on with the cards. I actually quite like them today, but they're a little bit different. So this is my last reading that I'm doing before my holidays as well. So maybe I'm just in holiday mode. I'm all excited. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm spending the time working on admin, but I'm just really excited. So the first card that we have within the tarot is called the All Gifted. Now within the Tarot Apocalypsis, which this deck is, this is an extra card, so other tarot decks don't have this card. I was lucky enough to speak to the designer and the author of these, and he explained this card to me because I struggled with it when I first got it, because I was like, is she the Empress? Is she the High Priestess? Is she, it's like she's got little bits of all of them, I think. And basically this is meant to be Pandora. A lot of them are based on mythology and stuff like that. And what this card talks about is, it talks about the secret gifts that are hidden within the universe for us, and this is things like manifestation, and stuff like that. And it's like, before we tap into them, when we're living in a closed life, when we're living, when we're asleep, when we're sleepwalking, before we get touched with this spirituality, we aren't aware of these. And how I say it is, a lot of times is, if you go to a cinema and you're watching a 3D film and you haven't got the glasses on and you're watching this film and you can see everything that's there and it's great. But then the second you put these 3D glasses on, all of this other stuff that was there anyway suddenly becomes like visible to you. So this is how I sort of see spirituality. It's like putting your 3D glasses on, and this is what this card is talking about. It's talking about all of the secrets and the gifts that are actually hidden within this universe, and all we need to do is just find them. It's a bit like hide and seek, and like I say, they've just said there, this is the seekers, and that's it. All of you, I've said this before, who are watching these videos, who, you are open to something more. So you are a seeker, you are looking for what is out there. So that's why I really love this card. And with the All Gifted, this talks about, it's like the gateway that you must actually walk through before you become sort of self-aware, before you have this awareness. And what happens with this, obviously it's Pandora, but within that box is hope, So Pandora will offer hope while you are in a time of despair. She is also known as the Bride of Beginnings as well. So like I say, this is a new energy being sort of injected into this. And if we have a look, and we see this sort of looks a bit like a porthole, doesn't it? So it's about, are you ready to go through this porthole? Because I do feel that there's openings coming as well, So what this card is saying is surrender to the universe, because it has gifts in store for you that are beyond you couldn't even think of them, But once you surrender, this is when you will allow yourself to get them. And what it says with this as well is that we have to give back. So it's in giving that we receive as well, So in blessing other people is when we are blessed. So this is saying that once we tap into these little acts, where we realize that the universe is giving us every day, so we've got to give that little bit back. Once we do this, this is when we can receive all things, and that is it. It's like we can have everything that we ever wanted. We can have the life that we at one time maybe only dreamed of, and all we need to do with that is just surrender and trust the universe, So this is once we've opened Pandora's box, as saying there, things will never be the same. So this is like you have started on your journey and there's no going back. It's like once you have seen, you cannot unsee. So you took the choice and you opened that Pandora's box, okay? You went down the rabbit hole. So now there's the only way to go is actually forward and to explore this as well, you know. Have a look at what you can give to the world, because 9 times out of 10, when we are called on our spiritual journey, there is some reason that we are there to be of service, you know. I never ever thought in a million years that I would be doing this as a profession, but, you know, they had other plans for me. This was never ever sat and planned out. This was just sporadic and it happened. But I'd opened that box, you know. I wanted to see what was inside. I knew there was something more, you know. And like I say, when I opened that box, it's, you know, this is what was presented with me. So this is talking about that you can create the future that you want. You know, the universe is there to give you a helping hand. They are giving you all of the ingredients, so to speak, and it's up to you to put them all in the mixing bowl, you know, and then stick it in the oven and see what comes out. So, because this is talking about hope, and this is talking about hope for you as well, you know, that there is hope for you, no matter how much you feel in despair, no matter how much you think that, you know, things are a mess or whatever, there is always hope. My mum used to say to me, you know, everything can always be sorted out, Tanya. You know, don't worry, we can always sort everything out, you know. And that was a really nice way to think, because a lot of times when you've got, like, when you're worrying about stuff, it can loom over you and it can make you feel quite scared. It gives you this black feeling and everything. But if you know that it can be sorted out, and 9 times out of 10, sorting out something out means sort of admitting to somebody or talking to another person or working together to find a solution rather than actually sitting and dwelling on the problems, you know. So this is what this card is saying. And what I love about this, if we look at the butterflies in here as well, you know, this is freedom. I mean, it's a lush card. This is what I'm getting. There's a lushness, there's an abundance, but not with material stuff. I was, funny enough, the conversation I had this morning very, very early was with a friend of mine, and they were talking about somebody they know who was pretty much desperately unhappy, you know. I mean, they drive a Bentley, they've just bought a £40,000 watch, you know, they have their home cost a few £1,000,000, and they are desperately unhappy. They have no inner riches within themselves, and you know, and they're spending and spending and spending. There's nothing there. And you know, the word we came up with was that is a hollow existence, you know. And it just proves that, you know, sorry, riches come from within, you know. When you are spiritually and emotionally rich, you know, things like that will come to you if that's what makes you happy. But it's about getting up every day and having that feeling that you are blessed and you are gifted, you know, and having that gratitude. So this is what I feel this card is talking about. It's about, don't give up hope. You know, you can have the life that you want. You can have this. You can live in abundance as well. But you've just got to, like, not give up hope here. You know, this is what it's offering you. Now, when I spoke to the author of this deck and I asked him to explain this card, because like I say, I didn't know, is it the Empress, is it the High Priestess, you know, who actually is she here? And what he said to me was, one must and should acknowledge that you are divinely created and therefore divine yourself, with great gifts to offer the world. Revel in that. Remember your divine beginnings. When one gives up hope, the last thing left in the box, one has lost all track of the divine power and gifts bestowed upon us to be used for the greater good. So this is it. When you have no hope, that's when you have nothing, you know. So never, ever give up hope. There is so much there just waiting for you to take it. But this is when you actually get clear on what it is you want, when you're standing in your truth, when you're surrendering to the universe and saying, right, okay, I know that you have me back. Take my back. Take me wherever wherever I need to be. This was said the other day. Somebody was saying, like, where you moving? I was like, I don't know, but I know I'll end up where I need to be, So that's it, and it's complete surrender. And when you surrender as well, it takes the pressure off you, because you're not having to do all of this crazy what will happen and all of these crazy projections, in your head. You're surrendering. You're accepting that everything that has happened has meant to happen, whether it's bad or whether it's good. It has been a part of your journey, an integral part of your journey to get you to where you are at this very day. And whatever happens from now on will get you to where you need to be in the future, So when you have this trust and you know that you have somebody that is guiding you, that that loves you more than anything, and that has your back and wants nothing more than for you to be happy and live this life in abundance, you can let go of the need to control. And that is when you can live this lovely, fulfilling life. So I really, really like that card. Like I say, are you going to go through that porthole? That's what's, because I do feel there's something going to be opening up and you're going to be asked to step into it. This is what I feel. Yeah, it's, yeah. Come on down, they've just said. What quiz show was that about? Was it Wheel of Fortune or something? I don't know, but where it's like, right, come on down. The Price is Right. Yeah, the Price is Right. Right, okay. So the Osho card today is Turning In. Now, I love this card. Basically because it's got quite a nice flow to it, but it's got a really nice serenity about it as well. And it talks of turning in and just being, when you like sort of tune in and turn on, this is when everything else disappears, all of the craziness of the world, and you are just, you are centered within yourself. So what this is saying here is that when we have desires, and like when we're desperately seeking something or whatever like that, this is when we get conflict, because when our desires often don't fit that of those around us, this can cause conflict. And what this card is saying is listening to what others think we should do, or allowing others to control not just our lives, but our minds as well, can lead us into this hellhole. I mean, if we have a look, can you see all of these? They're like demons here, and they're all like, do this, do that. Everybody's just talking like sort of at her there. And if she was not centered within herself, this would cause a mass anxiety within herself, So this anxiety, and when we are being told we should be doing this or we should be doing that or that's wrong or, we're living our life wrong or whatever, we then tend to feel that we are not good enough or that we are doing something wrong, because we are not fitting into other people's ideas of what they think life should be. But this is it, we are on a lone journey here. This is about us. The people we meet on the way, they're incidental, and it's great, and we will meet all of the teachers and we will meet the people that we're meant to, but we are on our own journey. And like I say, we have hope, we have all of the gifts, so we are actually going out in search of those, and it's not anybody else's bag. This is our life here. So this is saying, by truly going within yourself, this is when you can serve yourself better, because you have this, we are all spiritual beings here. And when we tap into this, we have this inner knowing, this knowing that we were born with, that might have laid dormant for a long time, but now it's there and we know what's right. It might not fit in society's rules of what's right, but we know that deep down in the core of our being. And this is what this card is saying, take time to tap into that. Take time every day to just reset, to sit with your thoughts and know, and allow this knowing to become known. They're saying there, allow this known to become known. So, we've had this week, haven't we, about speak your truth and, stand in your power. And this is it, even if people oppose you, you are standing in your truth here. So if we have a look at this card, she's got like a little smile on her face there. And, like I say, there's these demons behind her and they're desperately trying to get her attention. But she has taken herself to a place where these voices can't be heard. And these voices don't even matter because she knows, this is it. And this is when she flows. When she knows, she flows, right? So this card is about developing what's already in you, And some say that this is a journey, but with Osho, he says that journeys are always outward because he says that you cannot journey inward because that is where you already are. So, with this card, I mean, it's I don't know, I'm sort of getting like the words like Satnam with this, which is, what I say at the end of these videos. And Satnam is from the Kundalini school of yoga. And this is yoga of the mind, it's yes, you do some exercises with it, but it's more about yoga of the mind. And Sat means truth and Nam means name. So it's truth is my name, or I recognize the truth in you, this is it. Truth is infinite. And that is what's sort of coming through with this because it's quite a meditative pose. So what this is saying is when you are in this place of oneness, where you believe in you and you believe in the universe, it doesn't matter what anybody else says, you are there and you are centered and you are aligned. And all you need to do, you don't have to go off on a holiday or a vacation or anything. I mean, this is it. All these people get really excited for holidays like me, but I'm not going anywhere. But they get excited for the 2 weeks away. And it's like, well, why not have a life that you don't have to escape from? Make every day like a holiday because you can do it, You can do that. Not have this, sort of for 340 odd days of the year, hate your life and then have 2 weeks break where the first week you're just getting settled. The second week you're worrying about what you're going to do again when you go back. Don't do that, turn inward because when you turn inward, you turn everything else off, and you will know the answers, and you will be able to receive the gifts that are there just waiting for you to pick them, Everything is there for the taking. You just need to turn inward and listen to your internal sat-nav as well as your spiritual sat-nav, and this is where you will be guided. So I really, really like them cards. Now, this one, this is the Colette Baron Reid card, and this is quite sort of fitting with these, and this is called Clean It Up. And this card is talking about when you were feeling that bogged down with, like, do you know what I mean, emotional gunk and emotional debris, and it could also be physical debris as well. You could have a lot of clutter around you, but this is, I feel, more about head clutter. So this is like, you can't think straight then. You kind of turn in, you kind of meditate when you have got all of this emotional, like crap surrounding you, So this is when we can get overwhelmed, when we can't actually like go back into center. This is when we can get overwhelmed, and this is when the anxiety can start as well. So what this is saying is it's time to clean up your life. Now, this is like, sorry, this is like, look at everything that is out of place in your life and see, does it have a place in your life? If it doesn't, put it out to the trash. Now, this might be people, this might be things, this might be jobs, this might be anything, It's time to get rid of what is actually causing you to feel confined and cluttered and quite claustrophobic, actually, Now, this can be like unresolved resentments as well, comparisons to other people. Because when we have these, when we compare ourselves to other people, this it takes us to a place of lack, and this takes up energetic space for us. If we have a look, there's like an aura coming from her, and if this aura gets squashed within us, our aura is meant to be big. There's a great Kundalini yoga exercise that I do, and it's about sort of strengthening your aura, and honestly afterwards you feel like you're about that wide, it's like it's huge around you, and it's amazing, you know, and this is it, and that keeps the bad out. So it's sort of like your little protective shield that you put around you. But if it's being cluttered and crushed with all this crap, you know, then it's going to be harder for you to be in a good energetic space as well. So this is saying it's time to clean house here, you know, and just do it, because there is miracles waiting for you. That's what I've just said, you know. And this is a time when they're like, you know, they're there and they're ripe for the picking, I think. You know, so this is like sweep out the old, get rid of the old, you know, let that spring breeze sort of swing in. Swing in. I don't know what that is, you know, because this is all new energy. Like I say, I felt this shift today. There's a new energy coming, and this is, you know, you need to allow it, because you don't want to be sitting in that dark, you know. I mean, she's cool in herself, but look at that behind her, you know. So this is saying that it's time to take an inventory of, you know, the dynamics as well in your life, you know. And is some of this emotional clutter or emotional debris, is it yours or is it somebody else's? Because if it's somebody else's, give them it back, you know. What's not yours, you shouldn't have to clean up what isn't yours. You know, so we all have baggage of some sort, but this is saying sort through it. You know, when you have, like, you sort through your wardrobes and you're right, I've never worn that for 6 years, that's away, you know. I'm right, okay, I do like that, so I'm going to keep a hold of that. And this is what it's saying to do, you know. Let go of what's no longer needed. And I feel this is old thought patterns and old beliefs as well, you know, because this is when you will be able to flourish. This is when your relationships with others will be able to flourish. When you actually clean up, you tie up any loose ends here, you know. And it's saying, you know, go right into the corners here, because I feel that I'm getting here that there's like cobwebs in some way. So I feel that this is something that's could be quite, it's not new as well, you know, that really needs just taken down. And it's a feather duster they're using there. So I really feel like spirit are guiding you to do this at the moment, you know. So this is about being strong. What I'm getting here, I don't know, it's like polish your dreams. You know, when was the last time you actually sat and thought about your dreams, thought about the dream life, thought about the life that you wanted? Or have you been that bogged down with that much stuff that you have forgotten your hopes and dreams? You know, because what is coming in here is we have the Pandora, we have this hope, never give up on it. And we do still have them dreams there. They might be covered in dust and ash, so you might think, right, they're gone, you know, they're buried. They're not, you know. Dig them up, dust them down, polish them, hire a bit brasso on, you know, onto these stars and these dreams, you know, and then make them your goal. Because this is saying the life you want is there for you, you know. If you stay with all this emotional clutter and all of this sort of crap and not having this gratitude, not seeing what is out there, then that is the life that you are choosing. So that is a choice. Don't blame it on anybody. That is a choice, you know, because we have these choices, and life is what we make it. You know, if we think it's drab and horrible, you know, then it will be. You know, if we have hope and we know that the universe has got our back and is leading us to where we should be, you know, where we will be happy and where we will be abundant, you know, and if we trust and allow that, you know, then this is when we can have a life beyond our wildest dreams. So the gifts are there. It's just whether you choose to take them or not. So when I went to the new spirit cards, I really love these. I'm loving working with these. The images are beautiful with them too, fell out. And the first one is that, I mean, look at that image. And what I love about this is, like, the arms look pretty sort of like tree-like, don't they? So it's like it's reaching out here, I feel, you know. But there's a lovely, you know, there's a lovely flow with this. There's, like I say, there's a lot of purples, a lot of pinks. This is all to do with intuition and the heart chakra as well. And also being vulnerable there as well. You know, if we see she's standing naked. And what this card says is, allow the infinite power of love within you to radiate unconditionally in all directions, yet stand tall in your sense of self and in your own truth. The healing power of love will help you burn through all illusion, and you will discover new possibilities. This is a powerful time of transformation, ideas, and creativity. So that ties in so well with what I've just said. And then this one, look at the imagery, man. Aren't they fantastic? There's the hopes and dreams again, the stars, and also within her intuition. Now, again, this is the purple. So this is going, using your crown chakra. This is what you need to do. Open that back up to receive the messages and the guidance and the directions in which to go in. And what this card says here is, do what feels right for you above all else. It is impossible to please all parties in the present situation. You have responsibility only for your own life and actions. Others must take responsibility for themselves. Exactly what I've said, the tuning in, Get rid of the demons. Clean it up. Clean up your life. When you have nothing but good and positive, and you're coming from a place of love, and the people around you are coming from a place of love, all anxiety will disappear, and this is when you will come into your own, I think. So I hope those made sense to you. I absolutely loved them ones today. There's a real, it's like spirit are just sitting back now with their arms folded going, yeah, see, told you. That's what they're like. They've got a little bit, I don't know, smugness. I don't think it's smugness, but yeah, there's something there. And like I say, the aura on that as well is beautiful. So, yeah, that's today. Like I say, please let me know if you like those cards and if they resonated with you. Now, the readings for when I come back are still available at the discounted price. The link is below. So if you want to book a reading for when I come back, I'm not back until the 24th. So, like I say, I won't be doing any readings in that meantime. But if you do want to book a one for then, you can get it at the discounted price by clicking on the link below. The website will have a few changes over this next week as well, so it may actually go down while I'm working on it. So if anybody needs to contact me massively urgently, I will still be checking my emails. I won't be just replying to any emails, but if anybody does need to contact me massively urgently, please email. It's lovebuttertarot@aol.co.uk, and I will get back to you. I will be checking them still on a daily basis. I will be doing the monthly videos as well for May, so look out for them coming up. And I don't know, I think I'm going to miss you all a little bit, but it's, I always say don't miss somebody unless they're not coming back. That's it, you only miss people when they're gone for good, and I'm not gone for good. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so have an absolutely fantastic Easter holidays. Really think about these cards, I think, and think, like I say, there's a spring in the air, and where is it you want to go? That's what I think is needed. But yeah, this is, I don't know. It's really bizarre thinking I'm not going to be here for a while, but it's only a week. But please let me know if you like these cards, and if you want to book in for a reading for when I get back, then click the link below and you will get it at the discounted price. So I'm sending lots and lots of love to all of you, and Sat Nam.